Sorry, go ahead.
Are you an avid collector yourself?
Oh, of other people's?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm avid, but yeah, I'm definitely interested. I just, actually, this guy named David Leaf, who wrote the cover notes on this new Beach Boys box set for Capitol, just joined the Jellyfish Army, which is our fan club, and had mentioned, and I just wrote him a letter back because he had said he had all these obscure demos and B-sides that he wanted to get together and show us. So, I mean, yeah, there's definitely some cool things I'd love to check out.
Like this guy asks here, what is your the collector's item you're most proud of, it says?
Oh.
That you show off to all your friends and acquaintances.
Actually, it would be something that nobody knows, because it's not really a famous artist or anything, but there's this album called The In Sounds from Way Out. And this is like from the early 50s. This is before synthesizers, where people were making like space-age effects by the weirdest means known to man. I mean, and then they made these tape loops. And this is before drum machines or anything. So you might have a guy just making a weird sound with his mouth, and then by the virtue of all these different tape loops, they created these drum patterns. And so on top of that, you have this really cheesy accordion music, and it's just the most bizarre thing ever created. You can't put this album on and not burst out laughing. I defy anyone.
How did you happen onto this?
I bought it for the cover because it just had this really wacky cover, and the In Sounds from Way Out, and it was just kind of funny. And I turned it over, and it had these two guys that looked like they were making a neutron bomb on the back. They had like lab coats on, and you know, really thick Coke bottle bottom glasses, you know. And I thought, this is the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. This is probably going to suck, but it was only 25 cents. And so I got it, and I absolutely prized this. Rogers offered me so much money for it. I refused to sell it.
How about like collector's items by artists we would know about?
Boy, I'm trying to think. That's a tough one. I don't know if I have an answer for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you said you wrote stuff for Ringo Starr, and I guess you've helped out Brian Wilson as well. Have you had any other requests for compositions?
Well, we wrote a couple songs for Kurt Smith from Tears for Fears. He's doing a solo album. We wrote a couple songs for his record. That's going to be coming out here real soon. Actually, when we were in the recording studio, Kim Basinger came by, and, you know, she just won't stop bugging me. No, I'm just kidding. Kim Basinger came by and asked us to write a song for her record, like That Is Why, because she loved That Is Why, off the first record. And I think it didn't even... Roger and I were just kind of sitting around her, just staring at her, and I think she's going, what did she say? Did she say something about a song of ours? What? And so anyways, this happened at the same time that Cool World was coming out, so then we were like ready, okay, Kim, let's get together and write this song, and she was off around the world gallivanting and promoting Cool World, so it didn't really materialize, but I mean, I'm sure that, you know, she still wants to get together. Kim, if you're out there, please, God. Yeah, so...
I didn't even know she sang.
Yeah, apparently. Well, she, you know, when the girl from the B-52s left, apparently Kim took her place for like a few weeks.
Is that right?
Yeah, just like to fill in before they got somebody else. She apparently has a really good voice.
Huh. I'll be damned. I think this is the last question here. The guy asked to list your five favorite or 10 favorite records.
Ooh, I'll take the 5, because I don't know if I can name the 10. Okay. Let's see. In no order, no specific order here. Randy Newman's Sail Away. Zombies, Odyssey and Oracle. Beatles' White Album. That's a cheat because it just has 2 records. It has more to choose from. Beach Boys' Pet Sounds. Rachmaninoff, Vespers.
Rachmaninoff.
Vespers. It's all choral music. It's the most amazing. That's 5, actually. I've run out of choices already. Well, that's pretty good cross range. But I'm actually I could probably name 5 jazz ones, too. You know, like any Bill Evans album. I'm just a sucker for Bill Evans. Miles Davis, Milestones flips me out. The first Lyle Lovett album, I think, is wonderful. Boy, I don't know. There's a lot of great stuff.
Are you a voracious listener? Now?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always picking up stuff, you know, and sometimes we do these record store in-stores, you know, where we play acoustically, and we're like little kids when we do these things, because if somebody said, okay, I'm going to give you $20 or $25 to do this in-store, we would be, okay, fine, whatever. But if you say, I'll give you 3 CDs, you can choose 3 CDs, that's somehow we turn into like little 5-year-olds. We're like running up and down, you know. If we took the $25, we could buy 3 CDs. But we're like it's like the shopping spree from hell. So we're like jumping up and down. Oh, I'm going to get this, and I'm going to get this. So yeah, just being out here on the road. I mean, I've got this giant case filled with CDs.
When you guys do in-store acoustic stuff, what sort of songs do you do?
We do a lot of the really heavy vocal stuff, because when people see us live, the vocals are so tight that people think that we're using samples. So we try to do a lot of the very heavy stuff acoustically, so they can see it and they can hear it right in their face. You know, they know, well, you know, these guys are actually singing. We do things like Fan Club and All Is Forgiven and God, That Is Why, New Mistake, Ghost, things like that.
The show, I guess, 2 or 3 shows have been added here to the original schedule.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
How about stateside? How has the turnout been for your live performances?
The turnout's been really good. I mean, I'm kind of a pessimist. I mean, I'm like surprised if anybody shows up. Frankly, I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm just happy. You know, so it's been really nice. I think, you know, because MTV. We haven't been getting played on MTV as much this time yet, because they really like the New Mistake video, and we have yet to release it as a single, and I think they're waiting for it to be released as a single to start playing it. But that has a tremendous amount of impact in America, as it does everywhere probably. But you know, when you're on TV and people can see it, but we have this like cult following, you know. I mean, where people just know, they've read so much into these songs, you know, and they know every word backwards and forwards, and you know, they have dissected this stuff. It's really incredible. And that's always nice. A little scary, but nice.
Hope nobody tracks you down.
Yeah. Andy, I love you.
It seems to me you would have a pretty strong following among musicians, and especially older musicians.
Yeah, that's the thing that I hate most of all, because what ends up happening is all the pretty girls go in front of everybody else, and all the nerd musicians end up in front of me. So
that could well happen. You know, you get these guys who are very disenchanted by recent hits, like, you know, hip hop stuff, and and then they hear a Jellyfish and they say, real music again.
Right.
So,
but the one that bothers me is the guys that go, this sounds so good. They got to be playing to a tape, and then they have their arms folded in front of them with their head cocked to the side. They're going, yeah, show me, you know. And then they're just waiting, and I'm like pulling my hair back, showing them that I don't have earplugs or I don't have headphones on or anything. You know, I'm like, well, what am I doing? I'm just playing my show, you know.
Are there any plans to get like major exposure, like to open up for somebody to get involved in some sort of a special type show? Major exposure live, I mean.
In Japan?
No, in the States or
in the States. I'm not sure what's in the works. I mean, we've just been doing our own shows. We haven't really opened for anybody so far on the Spilt Milk thing. But I'm sure, you know, if like a Lenny Kravitz tour or something like that turned up and it made a lot of sense or whatever, that we'd probably do it. You know, something that made sense. We would never go play baseball stadiums with, you know, Engelbert Humperdinck.